Our parasha this week includes a story that is one of the less travelled byways of biblical narrative, a story about digging wells. We read that Avraham had dug 3 wells which the Philistines stopped up. In our parasha, Yitzchak, his son, reopened the wells that his father had dug. Yitzchak then dug another 3 wells, despite disputes with the Philistines, making 6 wells in all. And then he dug a 7th well, which he called Shiva, meaning 7. What is this all about? And how does it help us to become better people and make the world a better place? The Nesiva Shalom gives a wonderful explanation, which I would like to share with you. He explains that the 7 wells are a hint to the 7 days of the week. Like the wells in the story had their water hidden beneath dry, lifeless earth, so each day, even the one that seems the most uncompromising, hides the life-giving blessing of God's command. Every week, we re-embark on a quest of spiritual exploration, working through each day to release the life-giving holiness hidden within it. The work of Avraham, Yitzchak, and their descendants down to us nearly 4,000 years later is to release the blessings that are latent in every day, like water gushing from a well. We do this by using every decision, every situation, every dilemma and opportunity, every moment of sorrow or joy, of irritation or exhilaration, to serve God. The Torah tells us how to live and how to turn each day into a well of sanctity. But this quest is not straightforward. When Avraham dug the wells, the Philistines blocked them up again, hinting that a Jewish mission once attained can still fail. We can achieve a goal, but if we turn our backs on it, our achievement can be undone. Thus it was with Avraham's wells. The Philistines had prevailed, obliterating the water with dead earth. Avraham's work ultimately failed. Why did he fail? And why did Yitzchak succeed? Besides, we read of another failure of Avraham's towards the end of this story. Avraham had already given the city of Be'er Sheva its name, after the Shavua oath, which Avraham and the Philistine king Avimelech had made to seal an alliance between them. Yet Yitzchak also named the city Be'er Sheva, because this was where he built his 7th well, called Shiva, meaning 7, and the text adds that this is the city's name up to this day. Clearly, Avraham's name for the city was not going to stick, and only Yitzchak's naming had the power to endure. Again, Avraham failed, but Yitzchak succeeded. What was the secret of Yitzchak's success? Perhaps the point is that Yitzchak brought a special quality of loyalty to our people. Yitzchak followed in his father's footsteps, not because he shared his father's flair and charisma, but because he had such faith in his father's example and in God. Yitzchak was a trusty foot soldier, always there, always reliable, never questioning, ready, as the story of the Akedah showed, to shed his lifeblood for God. Yitzchak brought an inner steel to our national spirituality, a determination to do God's will to the very end, irrespective of the consequences. As children of Avraham, we have faith, kindness, charisma. As children of Yitzchak, we are 110% loyal. Even when the Torah goes against our grain, we will hear the call of duty and do what needs to be done. And here are the spiritual coordinates of Jewish immortality. When we are always there for God, then our efforts bear eternal fruit. The sources of blessing uncovered by us will flow forever. The names we give will last forever. Such greatness can never die. That was why Yitzchak's wells endured when Avraham's were stopped up. That was why the name Be'er Sheva endured, not because of Avraham, but because of Yitzchak. As heirs of Avraham, we can do much good. As heirs of Yitzchak, the good that we do will last forever. I wonder if this second lockdown, coming with harsher weather and longer nights, is our chance to attain that same toughness and durability in our own souls, to continue to have faith in God despite the huge health and economic impacts of coronavirus, is to have the faith not just of an Avraham, but of a Yitzchak. To maintain our bond with God, our Torah and our mitzvot, even without the daily or weekly boost of a shul service, even when we are tired or stressed or lonely, even when it seems that no one is listening, is to be a Yitzchak, putting loyalty before logic and allowing nothing to get in the way between us and God. This time, Lockdown Mark II, is the time of Yitzchak. This time is when we claim his legacy of strength and trustworthiness for ourselves and create a beauty in our souls and in our world that will never die.